Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining this Call Scotland webinar. And today, Shirley is doing a session on assistive technology to support an Autism Spectrum Condition learner. So thanks for turning out in such good numbers, especially towards the end of term. I appreciate that you're all very busy. So hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. You can hear loud and clear. We've got some clickable links here. I'll just move them so you can see them. Okay, so some clickable links to resources that Shirley's put up, and the presentation should last for 20 minutes, and then towards the end we'll take some questions. So if you have any questions, feel free just to pop them into the text box below, and we'll get Shirley to answer them as we're going along. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll just share my screen so you can see Shirley's iPad, and then we'll get started. Okay, so okay, thanks, Shirley. I'll let you take the stage.
Okay, thanks very much, Craig, for that introduction. Hello to everyone that's joined us today for the webinar. Today I'm going to be demonstrating different ways that low, medium and high-tech technology can support learners with autism spectrum conditions. I'll be covering a variety of different areas where the use of assistive technology can be really beneficial, for example, to enhance communication, to provide structure and security, and to alleviate stress and frustration. I've only got 20 minutes in this webinar and the topic is vast, so I'm barely going to be able to scratch the surface of what's out there or be able to go into anything in too much detail, but the plan is to provide you with ideas and reminders and signpost you to places that you can get more information. If we just start with what we've got on our website there, you can see on the screen there, this is the Call Scotland website, and we have information page on autism spectrum conditions. If I just scroll down on that page, we have a further section on how technology can help. This is a really good place to get started to find out what is out there to support social communication and interaction, memory, sensory processing difficulties, fine motor skills, literacy, visual thinking, and controlling emotions and choosing appropriate behaviour. Some of the recommended technology will be the same as the information provided in other sections of our website. For example, if you're autistic and need literacy support, then we will have many options for software and apps listed under our section on dyslexia. So it's probably worth having a look there as well. So the first thing we're going to get started with is talking about technology to support communication. Some autistic children are delayed in their use of language, and some autistic adults don't use speech. So for these people, other methods of communication need to be established. The basic concept of communication may be taught at an early stage using PECS, which is, of course, Picture Exchange Communication System, encouraging the individual to give a symbol to another person, and that person giving the desired object in return. Seem to just be lost the picture there, but hopefully get that back up there. This would be described as a low-tech AAC system, AAC being alternative augmentative communication. A communication partner, just put that back up, models the spoken language relating to the symbol. And there are just 6 distinct phases of PECS, and I'll show you what these are here. I can share these slides with you because it is a good description of the 6 different phases of PECS. This is commonly used in schools for autistic pupils, and the symbols are created using Boardmaker software. Now, CALL has created a set of symbolised print and interactive resources called Symbols for All using PCS, which could be really useful for teachers creating an inclusive learning environment for the pupils with autism spectrum conditions. You can access the resources for free via the Boardmaker online community, and I'll show you the link for this. I'll just show you quickly a blog post that my colleague Claire Harrison wrote recently when they were introduced. So lots of information here about the Symbols for All and how they can be introduced. They're linked to the Curriculum for Excellence and have been organised into the 8 curricular areas. So if we take this one, for example, which is, we've got some information here. So this is an expressive arts, Old MacDonald's song. We've got symbols to match that. And yes, you could make this yourself using Boardmaker software. That's, of course, a possibility. But these are ready-made practical resources that really are an absolute godsend to teachers. So if you have BoardMaker Online or BoardMaker Studio, then you can use the resources interactively as well, and they can be edited and printed out too. Some of these resources could be really helpful to autistic pupils who have difficulty with predictability and dealing with changes. The next bit of work that we're going to be undertaking is to create some resources that would be more relevant to older students, and then we're going to have a dedicated section on our website with the symbols for all. Also on our website we have an app wheel. I'll just bring that up for you here to see. Some of you may have seen it before. So this is our iPad apps for complex communication support needs. Augmentative and alternative communication. Here you'll find a wide range of apps from simple communication to full communication systems, either using symbol-based or text-based systems. And this app wheel is showing you apps for iOS devices. We do have another one that's for Android, but there's not quite the same range of apps available on that platform. So let's have a look at a couple of inquiries that came into us recently. And there was 2 apps in particular that we were able to recommend that met the needs of a learner with autism. So the first scenario was this. So we're talking here about teenage people with autism and elective mutism, and we're looking for a text-based app with text-to-speech output. Okay, so this would be possible if you had an iPad using the Notes app. So let's just see what that would look like if I was using my Notes app here. So I could just bring that up here and type in what I wanted to say. And then the inbuilt functionality of the iPad allows me to swipe down with 2 fingers from the top of the screen to activate the speak screen.
I need a break.
Okay, so that would meet the purpose that we were asked for there, an app to have that you could write into with text-to-speech. But it wasn't quite the interface that they were looking for. And he is literate, so he doesn't need a symbol-supported app, but if somebody did, you could be looking at an app like ProLocal to Go, which would give you a full range of communication options, all symbol supported. So here we have the home page here. I'm going to go to chat, and here are some ready-made phrases I have. And the same one I'm going to put in.
I need a break.
Okay, tapping on the symbol puts it into the text bar at the top, and it automatically speaks it out. This is £250, so we're not looking for something like that. And as I say, doesn't need the symbol support because he's literate. So the one that we decided on was one called Quick Type AAC. We decided to give that a go. Only cost £1.99, so it's not going to break the bank. And this is what it looked like. So it was the perfect interface, just a nice simple text box there, and you can see I've got my keyboard coming up on half the screen, but also I've got options for predictive text. So I can type in the phrase that I'm looking for, and then just by clicking the Go button, it's going to speak it out to me.
I need a break.
Okay, just a slight delay there, but generally it would just automatically speaking. So this was perfect. That was exactly the solution we were needing for this boy, and it worked really well. This is just a very quick and easy one because you can't save on this app. You can't save any of the phrases that you're typing in, but there's other apps. If I go back to the app wheel and just show you in this section here, the text-based AAC, you can see we have got some there that do have phrase storage as well as the quick chat. So one perhaps like Verbally or Assistive Express would allow you to have phrases that you're using commonly typed in and saved for very quick access. So lots of options there. The second scenario is this one here. So we have a 16-year-old girl with Asperger's looking for an app that will explain she's anxious, and then she wants to communicate via text. So not requiring the text-to-speech here, but requires some explanation of how she's feeling. So the one we're going to look at is called Emergency Chat. It's a great one, it's free as well. So this is what it looks like. You have got the first screen that comes up, you can personalise that, explain a little bit about the situation, the person that's going to be using the app wants to say about themselves. So she's indicating she's feeling anxious and she wants to communicate by text, and hopefully the other person will be able to, is happy to communicate this way. So perhaps if somebody was didn't like being touched, they could have that message on the screen. Whatever is the scenario for the person with autism, they could have this on the opening screen. And then you just press continue at the bottom, and now you can see down at the very bottom, I can just be typing in a message and passing it back. So say for example, the person, they're feeling anxious and they're trying to get back home on the bus, I can type in, can you help me find the bus stop? And then just click send as if you would with a text, but it's not going anywhere, it's just remaining within the app. And the other person would be typing it in and passing back. So you're having this conversation going back and forward. Where do you live? And you can see how it would work there. So very simply, and you could use speak screen if you did want it read out, but the person, this is going to alleviate their anxiety because they're having a way of communicating with somebody without having to speak. So that's emergency chat, and it's free. So in the same vein of communicating in a non-verbal, indirect way, some people with autism find it easier to engage with an inanimate object rather than a person. So there's a toy out there just now called Blue Bee Pal. I'll show you what the website here looks like. So it is this one here. So here we have a range of soft toys, Blue Bee Pals as they're called, which operates using Bluetooth and connects to all iOS and Android devices and can be linked to any apps with a narrative. So basically the head, the mouth of the animal moves while reading stories or teaching through educational games. In fact, I've got a short clip here. I'll just show you 20 seconds of a video so that you get a better idea of what that actually looks like. Okay, so that's the monkey version of the Blue Bee Pal. But okay, so that was just clicking on an app and the text being spoken out. So rather than the person perhaps modelling how to clean a room, you could have the animal doing that for you, which autistic children really can respond very well to. We saw an example of that last week in our conference where somebody was doing a session on video modelling and how that worked really well. But the thing is, if you had a communication app or anything that's got text-to-speech output, you could have it spoken through the Blue Bee Pal. So for some people, that could be really useful. Or any text that they write themselves, you could have it using text-to-speech, and as I say, through connecting with Bluetooth, you could have that read out as well. So I could really see some value there. And feedback from special needs educators are saying that the Talking Tech Buddies encourage communication, language use, attentiveness, sensory processing, and positive behaviours. So we're hoping to get one of them for our assessment purposes and to have in our loan bank so others can try it out too. Many children with autism spectrum conditions struggle with both reading words and understanding what they're reading. And a new learning tool that provides valuable literacy support using symbols is available from Microsoft, and it's called Immersive Reader Picture Dictionary, and it's freely available on Word Online, OneNote Online, and OneNote for Windows. I'm going to show you what it looks like in OneNote on my iPad. Okay, so here I'm in OneNote. I'm in one of my notebooks here. I've got some text on the page and I've got a photo as well. But I'm going to go to, if I go up to the top there and if I clicked on View, you can see the tab that opens up there, and in the far right hand corner, I'm going to go to the one that says Immersive Reader. So clicking on that, it's taking the text, clearing out everything else on the page, and I've now got the same text just in a nice clear page on the screen. It's got nice spacing, easy to read. But down at the bottom, the green arrow, if I press on that.
The people took a ferry to the island of Arran and everyone had a party.
Okay, so you've got the text to speech, which could be really useful. Clicking on the book in the top right-hand corner is going to give me the picture dictionary for extra symbol support. So I'll just click on that now and show you what that looks like. So I'm just going to tab that to on. And then when I tap on a word in the text, I'm going to get a picture coming up. So that's going to give you that extra symbol support, also with it
Party
spoken out as well. So you can see how that could be really useful for somebody who is working at a level where they're using symbols to support their literacy. Also with it in that book, tapping on that little book icon, I can put on the line focus. So if I switch that on there, you can see what that does. It's actually taking it that further step. So in terms of concentration and focus, I'm now able to have the text to speech, but the line going down one line at a time.
The people took a ferry to the island of Arran and everyone had a party.
So again, because I've got my picture dictionary on, I can be clicking on the word and the picture comes up there. So this immersive reader supports autistic learners to read by having the text read out to them, and the line ruler helps them to focus by only showing one line at a time. Picture dictionary, of course, is giving you that valuable symbol support there. So this literacy support tool helps learners to be more independent, and research by Silver, Patula and Fleischman says that highlighting text as it's spoken out can help learners to pay attention and remember more. So really something worthwhile. Again, a free thing, and depending on what system you're working on, if you're using, so it's available in Word Online, OneNote Online, and OneNote for if you're using Windows 10. So it's really something well worth trying. Okay, so for many of the students we work with, it's important to have reminders of tasks, timetables and schedules. They benefit from having a structured environment, and things like visual schedules help to increase independence and lower anxiety during transitions to different activities. I'm going to show you an app, First Then Visual Schedule, and it's a good one for creating your own schedules using symbols, photos or videos. There's no need to carry around a communication book or a Velcro timetable. Access to the app on a phone or iPad, use the inbuilt camera, and you've got a perfect way of personalising resources. So I'll show you what that looks like now. Okay, here it is here. So let's have a look at the morning school routine here. You can see I'm just going to swipe down. This is obviously pre-created there. Anything I tap on,
shower,
you're going to have the text-to-speech support there. And depending how you have it, you want it set up. And once you've completed the task, you're putting a tick in the box there. I might decide I want to see everything all at once, so I just click down at the bottom there onto one of the different views. Text-to-speech is really important, so clicking on that, so you're obviously working down the list and you know what's coming next.
get dressed,
Any of these icons that are there could be changed into photos, because it's, as I say, it's really easy to personalize it there. And you can also have videos. If somebody was more used to putting things into a box, I can just swipe off from the list and put them into the envelope there. So lots of different views that you can have there. You can set up your own if you're perhaps more in the terms of a kind of social story, but you've got lots of different information there, and you can be adding in your own text.
remember to make a flat hand so you can get your fingers jumped off.
And then once you've fed the llama, you can be adding in a little bit of video there as well. So again, just emphasizing how important the video is in terms of helping autistic learners to relate to activities. The other one we're going to look at is called ChoiceWorks. Again, a really easy one to modify and personalize, and it's a good one for providing reassurance. So ChoiceWorks has a number of different options. And the one I'm going to talk about is if, for example, a young person or an adult for that got anxious about the activity of waiting. So here's a pre-created one here on waiting. So I can open it up. I can again put a photo or a symbol related to the activity. What is the activity they're waiting here? Somebody's waiting for a bus. I can set the timer for however long they're going to have to wait for. And the idea is, well, what you're giving them, providing them with support and ideas, what can they do while they're waiting? So if I just click on the play button.
I am waiting for 5 minutes. While I'm waiting, I can
Have a drink of water.
or use the iPad.
Okay, and then at that point I may be starting the timer, and you can see you've got a nice visual going round there of the timer going down. So you've given them options for what they can do while they're waiting. Even in this, if I clicked on the waiting here, you can see, okay, so what is waiting? You're not just looking at a static picture, you're looking at having a picture of the bus stop. The other one here, scenario, could be valuable to have something if somebody's feeling worried about something. Same idea.
When I am worried, I can take a walk or talk. Then I can get a drink or take a break.
Okay, same thing here. We've got actual video of somebody being worried, and then similarly, so photos or videos in there. I think they seem to work really much better than just a generic symbol or icon there. At our ASL and Technology conference last week, there was a presentation on the Brain in Hand app. I'll just bring it up here. So this is another one this is an app which gives personalised support from an app on your phone. It provides a diary, notes and reminders to ensure you never forget what's important in your day. And it's got easy access to your best coping strategies to help reduce anxieties, and a traffic light system which will help you monitor your anxiety. And you've got this additional feature where you can request additional help from the National Autistic Society if needed, which is an additional fee-paying part of the app. And if you didn't want their input, you could have a nominated support person. This has been really popular for students in higher and further education, and the app can be funded through the DSA. It's also ideal for those with autism in the workplace who require this level of support and reassurance. So we've got that as one of our links, something to consider there. So the last thing I'm going to talk about today is just in general the use of the internet. There's real benefits to young people with learning disabilities and autism using the internet to support learning and social interaction. Two of the key benefits are the opportunity to explore special interests and learning tools, and to extend their social network and access to peer support. And online, there's no need to decode people's body language, facial expressions and vocal tone that can be problematic in personal communications. For children with autism, instantly available video clips can provide wonderful learning opportunities. But there can be issues around being safe and online and bringing up appropriate materials when searching the web. Everybody loves YouTube, so why not try the YouTube Kids app? So I'll just show you what that looks like here. Type it in, and there it is. Okay, I'll go. So this is an app which, turn down the volume here, which just gives you the opportunity to do searching in a safer way. So if I just clicked on the red search button there, and I'm just going to type in cats, and you can see how very quickly you're getting a range of different videos that are coming up there. See, we're actually in portrait mode. When I'm in landscape, I'm not quite sure what's happening there. So very simply there, so typing it in, but you've also got, you can see in the right hand corner, you've got your little microphone icon, which is linking to Siri. So if you have Wi-Fi, which obviously you'll need because you're looking up YouTube, I can just click on that, and speak into it, which could be really useful for a person with autism who has difficulty with actually writing or typing. Cats and dogs. Okay, so lots more funny videos coming up there. Somebody might be particularly interested in Thomas the Tank, so I'll try that one. Thomas the Tank. Okay, so you've got that coming up there. It's great. But I mean, we're talking children's apps. I mean, it could be used for it's YouTube Kids, but there's no reason why you couldn't search for something else. The World Cup. So just when you thought you'd had enough watching it on television, you can watch replays on YouTube if you really, really wanted. So it's not 100% guaranteed that you won't bring up something that's undesirable, but it certainly reduces the risk. And if you don't want them to swipe out of YouTube Kids when you're not looking, get into YouTube for real, then you could switch on guided access to lock them into that one app until you enter a passcode. So I think that's in terms of my time today. I mean, I really could go on and on. There's just, as I said at the beginning, I'm only scratching the surface, but there's lots and lots of options out there, endless ways that technology can be used to support somebody with autism spectrum conditions. So just to say, remember to check out our website as a starting point for information. So I'm just going to go back to Craig just now and see if anyone's been putting any questions in, or whether you've got any questions at this stage.
Yeah, okay, thanks for that, Shirley. That was really interesting. I take it like the kids' YouTube app would filter out any rude words or anything like that. That's
yes,
yeah.
It does. I said I wouldn't like. Don't come back to me if you do find something, but not 100% guaranteed. But it certainly, even just the interface is much nicer and easier for searching. Yeah. And the fact you can use Siri and just use your speech recognition is a good feature. Yeah.
And I believe the Brain in Hand app is very popular in further and higher education for students.
It is, and that seems to be really where it has taken off. So you're sent an alert on your phone just to kind of check in to see how you're doing, and saying using the traffic light system, you can indicate whether you're struggling. You might put a red or an amber, and if you do put in the red, then it would automatically alert to somebody that could give you a call to provide that support. So
okay, then. Jo Weeks has just actually mentioned she's concerned about the kids' YouTube app, as there's been so much recently about how quickly nasty stuff turns up on it quite automatically, e.g. Peppa, Pip, Pig, I guess. So, well, I suppose some... I guess, Jo, have you had experience of the app? Have you read some information about it? Well, maybe Jo's responding to that. Judy's asking if VTVS and ChoiceWorks, are these just apps available from the App Store?
Yep. Yeah. The First Then Visual Schedule app, that one's $14.99, and the ChoiceWorks one is $6.99. And obviously, if you're in a school where you've got lots of iPads and you're using the volume purchasing program, you're buying more than 20 apps, you'd be able to be getting them at half price. So,
okay. And VTVS stands for?
First Then Visual Schedule.
Okay, First Then Visual Schedule. Okay. And as we mentioned before, on the left-hand side, we've got these sort of clickable links to different resources as well. So we still have a few minutes left. If you have any more questions, just to see this has been recorded. All the names are anonymized, so don't worry about any sort of information being shown, and it will appear on the COL website. So if you want to review it or share it with friends, that's fine to do, or share it as well. So Joe's just replied. He says, yes, audio isn't working, but if you click on a favorite, it will suggest others and then come up with unpleasant things. Needs an adult present at all times. So that's one worth thinking about.
Okay, well, thanks for that feedback, Joe, and I'll put for the archive there, I'll put a disclaimer in just to add that bit of information in that you've provided. Thank you.
Yeah, that's really useful. Judy's asking any more info on Bluebee Pals. They look quite good. Where to buy? They look great for nursery, which Judy has.
Yeah, I just came across them through watching an American webinar last week. Actually, technology, same topic. So just really on the website, if you go there, you'll provide lots of information. They've got quite a lot of case studies and research they've done. And there was a link which I've contacted them, as I said, just to see
Yeah.
if we can get hold of one.
And
But
the link is here, so
brilliant.
just on
Yep.
there. So hopefully, Judy, if you just click on that link, it will take you straight there.
Certainly, speaking to one of our speech and language therapists on our team, they were interested in them. They could see the value of that, especially when you're trying to working with somebody with autism who perhaps is not wanting to engage with another human person.
Yeah. Rachel's just saying it's important to liaise with local speech and language therapists where appropriate to problem solve about which is the best technology. So that's good advice from Rachel, so thanks very much for that. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. And our app wheel was put together by our speech and language therapists. And whenever we're working in school with a young person around something to do with communication, then it would be our speech and language therapists who would work with their teachers and any other speech and language therapy team that was involved.
Yeah, so that's great advice from everyone. So thanks very much for all your hints, tips and suggestions. And thanks also, I can see, I think it's Alice, who's I think from the US. So I hope it's not too early in the morning, late at night, or middle of the night or something. But thanks very much for joining, and thanks to everyone for joining us today. And thank you to Shirley as well. That was really good. It was great. And apart from a little glitch at the beginning, the technology worked quite well, I would say. Yeah.
Not too bad. Well, thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks, then. Thanks. Bye. Okay. Bye, everyone. Bye.